Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Supernatural Saturday. Got a very interesting meditation coming up today. Just going to make an adjustment here. There we go. No big hurry. Today is going to be, hi Lydia, hi Marigold, hi Nicole. Today's meditation is going to be on freedom from judgment. And I have Master Jesus with me today. He's been with me for about an hour and a half already. We're just getting ready for today's meditation, as well as what I'll be doing this afternoon on the Festival of Love. Yes. And I hope you'll join us at Festival of Love this afternoon on, it'll be very exciting. Yes. Hello from South Africa. Yeah, yesterday's live Shortcuts for Your Soul, we had people from over 12 different countries on the live feed yesterday. So I want to welcome everybody from the different countries around the world as we start to grow and these energies that we're bringing in begin to actually take effect in time and space. And today is about freedom from judgment. And the meditation will be targeted specifically to put you in touch with the vibration of freedom from judgment. And what's really funny about that is when you become aware of your emotions inside, when you become aware of your fear, your guilt, your shame, your anger, your anxiety, your depression, whatever emotion it is, Master Jesus says it does not matter. Forgiveness means literally to let go of. And he says to let go of them, you just have to simply be aware of them. You don't have to do anything to them. You just have to be aware of certain emotional states as they unfold without getting into judgment about them. Now, this theme has been coming up a lot in the last few weeks since the yogis came to me 3 weeks ago during my exercises, and we're talking about how to transcend pain in the body, and that the pain in the body was merely the places where emotional conditions were stored because we did not have the mental knowledge or ability to handle certain emotions as children or as young adults. We didn't know how to deal with certain emotional energies, so we literally stored them in certain parts of the body that become dysfunctional with that stored energy, like fear or anger, guilt or shame, held in the body for a long period of time, begins to break down the places in the body where those energies reside. And they said the key is to become aware of the suffering, aware of the guilt, aware of the shame, aware of those pains in your body, and to become aware of them. And that led us to where we are right now today, where, there's a thing floating in front of me. Where we are today, freedom from judgment. We get a pain in our body, we go, oh, I hate that pain, I want to get rid of that pain. Or we feel an emotional, I don't want to feel this way. Or we see somebody behaving a certain way, we go, I don't like the way they behave. We are all responsible for the judgments we hold about ourselves and towards others. And the judgments that we hold towards ourselves or others affect us. You think a thought about somebody else, you have a feeling about somebody else, it affects your nervous system first. And today's meditation is about liberating yourself, liberating all of ourselves from that process of judgment. Being able to literally be free from judgment. What does that mean? It literally means you experience yourself as freedom, as being unencumbered by the material world, being liberated from the confines of matter, no longer governed by the conditions of the world, but contributing lovingly towards them from the perspective of your being. Yeah, he says, Master Jesus says, it's really important to understand that judge not, that ye be not judged is a very powerful statement, in that you have to, in a position of non-judgment, that you cannot be judged, nor can you give judgment, but you can give love from a perspective of non-judgment. You can have compassion, love, respect, consideration, kindness, gentleness, all of the opposites to judgment. But he's also saying that too, that you can have judgment in love. You can have a misperception of love, and you can judge others from your love as to whether or not they are good enough. But the goal today is to liberate you from all judgment, to liberate you from all judgment. And this is something that's becoming really powerful for in our household with Norma and I. And when she spoke to them last week, and they said this concept of non-judgment, of liberating yourself, like liberating yourself from judgment, actually looking forward to the emotional energies and conditions that are stimulated by environmental conditions around you, or things that you do in the environment of your own mind that bring up emotions or energies that are of a negative form, or what cause you to be judgment. Yes, he's saying anytime you think that something is good or you think something is bad, you're in judgment. From the perspective of what you are being as an awareness, as one with the Father, there is no judgment. There is the acceptance of all. And it is this acceptance of all that becomes the Christ. This acceptance of all becomes the Christ. You are that which you are. And from the perspective of awareness, as this one often says, from the perspective of awareness, you can achieve this estate much faster than you can from the effortful processes of working with your mind, of working with your physiology. There will be certainly natural behaviors and actions that will unfold from the perspective of yourself being in union with this Creator, as you are it, and it is you. From the perspective of complete acceptance, what you will allow in your body, what you will allow out of your body, will be determined by the vibration, the relationship you have with your self as the awareness, and the relationship between your awareness and that which created you. So this, yes. So this place of non-judgment literally means that we all have to be willing to be aware of when we are angry, to be aware of when we're afraid, to be aware of anything inside us that we're uncomfortable with, and then to not judge it, to simply be present with it, to remain out of judgment towards it. Good morning. And what's really fascinating is this will not just change. Your body's going to begin to go through rapid modifications. Because when you start to align yourself to the divine awareness that is what you are pure love. The nature of your awareness is an extension of infinite source energy, right? Master Jesus would say, I, the awareness, and the Father, the energy, are one. And that state of I and the Father are one recognizes that everything is included in what you are, and it is all good. Ultimately, is considered to be all good through the process of acceptance. And this is very important. When you get to this place of acceptance, without judgment, you're going to start to feel your body go through change. I mean, Norma and I, we're watching phenomenal things happen. Your body's going to begin to go through changes. You'll feel vibrations in your body begin to change. When you feel an ache or a pain, instead of wanting to get rid of it or attack it, you embrace it with your awareness. You literally just be present with it without judging it. And again, the meditation we're going to be doing shortly will give you the experience you need firsthand, because it does no good for us to communicate information to you without you knowing from your own experience the meaning and value of that information and how it relates to your experience of your life in that individual form there. Yes. So getting to this place of non-judgment, getting this place of I'll say freedom, of beginning to allow the awareness of what you are to organize your body. And the perspective of limitless love, as you begin to experience the molecules in your body responding to that, as you start to experience the molecules in your body responding to your awareness, your non-judgmental awareness. This is so important. What do we mean by non-judgmental? It means you're neither avoiding nor denying. Buddha might call it the middle path, right? Well, it's a place of non-judgment where you are aware, I'm aware there's fear there. I'm aware there's excitement there. I'm aware there's joy there. I'm aware there's shame there. You're just aware, but you're not judging. You're not saying that shame is bad or that joy is good or this ache is good or this ache is bad. You're just being present as an awareness without judgment. And the very nature of what you are as an awareness is a transcendent energy. The very nature of what you are as an awareness is a transcendent energy. And the moment you engage your awareness, consciously you become the awareness, aware of the things within your mind, aware of the things in your environment, aware of them and non-judgmental about them. In other words, that's not, you have no judgment. That's not good. That's not bad. You're just aware of them. The nature of your awareness is the organizing principle that you want to become and allow to organize your affairs. Right now, you've allowed your thoughts, your body, your instincts, your urges from the past to organize your life in the present. But your mind and your body can't live in the present moment. Only you can. Your mind and body are programmed to live in either the past, memory, or the future based on memory, or future past, or a past present. Your mind and body, the only way they can be brought into the present moment is through your awareness of being aware in the present moment. So if you're feeling, if there's any of you today that are feeling a lot of anxiety or depression or frustration, I'm so happy for you, because you're going to experience a change, because that's the food that you need to eat differently than you have been. You don't want to be consumed by it, but you want to allow the energy of your presence, your awareness, to transform those lower vibrational energies. And we always use this listen, they've told me from day one, William, keep it as simple as you possibly can. And we will give it to you as simply as we possibly can. And so you often hear us talk about water. That water, if you think of a water as emotion, you think of water as your body, it is just matter. It's just there. That what interacts with this matter, if I put this water in the freezer on a pot on the stove, the vibration that's put into the matter of water changes it to either a solid as ice or as a gaseous substance. It changes from one state into another. Well, your awareness, what you are as a sentient being, as a vibrational extension of infinite source, you are limitless in your transmutational capabilities. In other words, when you as an awareness come in contact with certain emotions without trying to define them, to judge them, to avoid them, or to attack them, when you come into awareness of them, your awareness works like the temperature in the freezer does with your emotions, or the heat on the stove does with the water. They do different things. The awareness of just being present, joyfully present, without saying this is good or this is bad, just being present with your anxiety, being present with your depression, being present with your rage, whatever the emotion, just be present with it. Don't get engaged in it. Because the minute you get engaged in it, you're now judging. You're going into judgment. The minute you engage it as being good or bad, or you have to do, the minute you go into that process of engagement with it, you are literally feeding it. But as an awareness, just being aware and accepting, oh, there's rage. I'm aware there's this vibration of rage in my body right now and in my mind, and it makes me want to get up and yell and scream and run. Or there's this vibration of anxiety that makes me want to cry and run away, and I don't want to live anymore. It doesn't matter what the vibration is. Once you are aware of it, just remain aware of it. So we're going to ask you to choose the emotion or the condition in your body, the emotion in your mind or the condition in your body. In reality, they're not separate. The emotions in your mind will become the conditions in your body. Become aware of, choose one. Just choose one for this meditation. You can go back and do this as often as you want with any other emotion. You can also do it as you're walking down the street, or you're out shopping, or you're passing people on the street and they trigger stuff for you. It's really important just to learn to be aware without judgment. So choose the one that you want to experience it changing. So if it's depression, become aware of the depression. Again, we're going to take you into get your body and your mind relaxed and receptive to your awareness. And once your body and mind are receptive and relaxed to your awareness, then the process of your awareness is natural and organic. When I put the water in the freezer, I don't have to tell the freezer to freeze it. It just does it. So as an awareness, you have the same function. When you are aware of your depression or your anxiety or your pain, the mere decision to be aware of them without saying this pain is bad or this emotion is bad or this, I don't want to experience, as long as you're just remaining aware, staying present with it, in the span of just a couple of minutes, you're going to begin to feel a change. Some of the symptoms of that change will be physical symptoms of that change. When you start to feel the energy starts to shift as a result of your just being present with it without judgment. One of the symptoms is your body will breathe all of a sudden. You might find your body going, as that judgment is not there anymore, the body can release those energies from the system and those emotions from the auric field, the energy field around your body. That's one symptom, is where the physiology begins to relax even more. Another symptom will be that you start to feel lighter, where you actually begin to feel a lightness around your body. And that's because when you release negative energy stored in the body, you're also releasing them from the field around the body. Because whatever you've got in the body is also in your field. So just by the process of being aware, you're going to, and by remaining aware and not getting engaged in the emotion or engaged in the pain or engaged in just being aware. Yeah, there's pain there. I'm aware of that. But that's all. Just I'm aware that it's there. Just stay present with it without saying it's bad or it's good. Have no judgment about what it is you've chosen, whether it's physical pain, emotional frustration, anxiety, depression, fear, whatever it is you're choosing. Choose one right now. We're going to get into that in about we're going to do the meditation about another 7 minutes. We want to take a few questions on, yes, I know. So one of the beings that will be with you in this is Master Jesus. And it's literally, this is the time. Freedom from judgment is the liberation of your soul from the confines of the earth. Yes. So we're going to take a few questions about this process. So if you want to ask questions about it now, you want to have a deeper understanding of it, now's a good time to engage that. So I'm going to just check what we have here. Hi, everybody. Wonderful. Yes, it is a beautiful brand new day. Festival of Love. Yes, indeed. Yeah, the Festival of Love will be held on a Facebook group page called High Vibrational Mastery. It's already underway right now. It started at 10 a.m. and there's a total of 10 different mediums and Tai Chi masters and different trainers and instructors for what it is you might need. But go to the one that resonates most with you. I'll be on live at 2 p.m. till 2:45 p.m. where I will be channeling information from Master Jesus about what we are and what everybody's been calling the coming times and what the importance and value of love is. And it's going to be really exciting. So I'm excited. So I hope you'll join us there for that too. So let's see here. Questions about this process. Hi, Shane. Yes, it is really fun. Question from Shane. Can I release this fear now? Absolutely. The key is in your awareness. You as an awareness, not as an identity. This is so important. You as an awareness are not the identity that this world has given you. The world has given you many things. It has given you a personality. It has given you the idea that matter is greater than what you are, that you are subjective to it. In your awareness, you are liberated from the personality. And in your liberation from the personality, you by nature begin to cause changes in the conditions of that fear. As we are speaking with you right now, we would simply ask you to become very aware of your fear while we answer other questions and to be very present with it. The very nature of your awareness, not your identity, not Shane or not Bobby or not Mary, you as an awareness, allowing yourself to be aware of that fear without saying it is good or bad or too intense. Have no judgment about your fear and allow the fear to respond to the presence of your awareness the way it naturally will. You don't have to do anything to the fear. You just have to be aware of it and allow the nature of what you are to work as it does with energy spontaneously. As we said before, when we place water in the freezer, the water doesn't have to do anything. Your emotion does not have to do anything. All you need to do is be aware of it and stay present with it. For some of you, it might get very intense. If the fear gets more intense or the depression gets more intense, do not judge it. Just stay present with it. And the more you stay present with it without getting lost in it, yes, I will. Master Jesus is saying for some of you, you may find stepping back away from it and then coming towards it, stepping back away from it, coming towards it, but always without judgment. So if you feel it way too intense, just don't judge it as being way too intense even. Just, okay, I'm going to step back, take a breath, and just be present with it. Just keep coming back to being present with it without judging it or trying to change it or manipulate it. This is the key. This is about it being really simple, folks. This is about the transformation of yourself from being lost in matter to being a liberated soul. We're making it as simple as we possibly can now. That you are not that body, you are not that mind, you are not those emotions, but you have them as energy to be utilized. But the only way you can utilize them is not from within themselves. You have to alter them by the presence of your being in order for those things to change or transform. The water won't turn to ice unless I put it in the freezer. Your emotions won't change until you bring them into the presence of your awareness. Remember, you as an awareness are love. Like it's what you are as an awareness. You came in as love. You still are love. You've just gotten entrapped in the things of the world, the thoughts, the beliefs, the ideas of the world. You're lost in matter. But as an awareness, you come back home to what you are. So just be present with the emotion that you're choosing to transmute today. So Shane, in your case, just sit with the fear. Be aware of it. Be aware of where it is in your body. Just be aware of it without judging it, without trying to get away from it, without trying to think it's bad, without trying to think it has to be because of somebody else or something. Have no judgment. Just stay present with it. The nature of what you are will make the changes in the energy. The nature of what you are will make the changes in the energy. Like the heat on the stove will change the water in the pot to steam. The water can't do anything. The water is affected by the vibration. You as a vibration are a vibration of love. And you'll transform those things. It's very exciting. We're very, very excited about this. Okay. Question from Arlene. Can Master Jesus tell me who I will be channeling? Thanks, William and Jesus. That's interesting. There's this being that's coming forth right away. They're calling themselves Claudius. A being, where are you from? They're from this earth zone, but they came originally from the Pleiadians. They came first into what you call ancient Rome, and they sought to engage people in the collective manifestation of social order to produce the highest expression of the divine self in matter. He says he says his hand sits on your right shoulder. You will feel him. If you move your awareness there, you will feel his hand on your right shoulder. It's his right hand on your right shoulder. So he's kind of behind you, but he's turned. I don't know why he's turned sideways, but he's turned sideways to your back behind you. But he says, once you feel that vibration, allow the words to come. Allow them. Do not try to think of what is to come. Allow them to come. He says, I have a celestial name too, and I can't even pronounce it, but it's these weird letters. I don't know what they mean. I don't have that framework in my brain. Is there a translation in English? Okay, so the name Claudius is the closest to approximation of the Pleiadian version of his name in the English language. He says if you want to access the vibration of his name, which will allow you to know him better, simply allow yourself to feel the energy of his presence. The name will be felt in your right ear. He says The name will be felt in your right ear. Yes. The name the earthly name means he's solid, grounded. He's really, and he's committed 100% to making what he's here to make happen. Cool. Thank you for that question. It's always nice to meet new beings. Thank you so much. Okay, here we go. Question from Lauren. Is Jesus and other ascended beings already surrounding us with healing? All the time, Lauren, all the time. The challenge that most people have is they're so caught up in fear or anger, we're so caught up in the stuff of the earth that we are not in resonance or able to receive the vibrations of the healing. So it's all around us. It's like coming in like gangbusters, but you've got to change the frequency of your awareness from being attached to who you think you are, who you remember you think you're supposed to be, or who you think you're going to be, and come back to what you are as an awareness, and just be aware of the awareness of energies around you. Once you start to become aware of them without trying to think of what it is or what it's about, just become aware and feel. Again, the meditation will help access some of that for you today. And we're going to get into that in about another 5 minutes. So yes, allow yourself to do this, to be the awareness. Yes. But it's always around us, always. Everybody has divine angels, guardian angels. You can call on any ascended master or ascended being. It's really important. They want you to know this, that all you got to do is change the frequency of your energy. Change the frequency of your energy. And how do you do that? By becoming detached, disconnected from the interpretations of who you think you are from the world, what the world has told you to think you're supposed to be. And reconnect yourself back to the essence of what you are as an awareness. And that will begin to realign you to these higher frequency energies, right? Thank you so much. Great question. Question from I am. When I imagine and direct healing light into my body, if I don't get results, then doubt arises. What's the best way to deal with doubt? To just be aware of it, to not try to deal with it all. Just be aware of it. It will pass. This too shall pass, right? To become aware of the doubt and just be present with it. Don't judge it. Allow it. Stay present with it. Don't get caught up in it. And that's what happens to most people. They feel their doubt, and now the minute I feel this, now they become the thing they're feeling. Then I go, oh, I'm feeling this. I'm this now. And now you're in the doubt. No, be aware of it. Oh, there's an energy called that I've labeled as doubt. This energy. I'm just going to be aware of it. I'm not going to act on it. I'm not going to judge it as good or bad. I'm just going to be aware of it. And as you maintain that position of awareness, the doubt will literally start to dissolve. It literally will. You know, we've been having so much fun this last week, Norm and I, with this process. And I got to tell you, we are seeing changes in our physiology. We are seeing changes in the environment around us. These are rapid, massive changes happening in a short time frame because we're getting disconnected from the separated identity of self. Course in Miracles, there's many other philosophies and schools of thought that talk about ending the separation. And judgment is separation. I mean, you say, oh, this anger is bad, that person's bad, this thing is bad. Every time you do that, you keep yourself in separation. And I got to tell you, I still deal with judgment to this day. I'm finally realizing after these last couple of weeks, it's time to let it all go in order for us to ascend to the consciousness that we will experience the continuance of life in, right? Yes, I know. I won't get into the detail of that statement, the continuance of life that we're in. Yes, Suzanne, absolutely. Again, he's saying you need to let go. You need to let go of your terror. He's using the word terror very precisely. You need to let it go, but you need to accept it. What do you mean by that? You will experience this when you go through this, but the dominant feeling that you have about your daughter, the dominant feeling you have about the conditions, these maintain the very thing you were seeking to relieve yourself from. It's like holding onto a suitcase and wanting to let it go at the same time. You cannot do that. You must learn to let it go, to let go of your fear, to let go of your uncertainty, as does your daughter. She needs to learn to allow herself to release those emotions without defining them as good or bad or defining them as herself. Many of you continue to define yourself as the emotions that you're experiencing, and most of these were not even yours by choice. They were given to you by this world. But you are not of this world while you are in it. But you must remember that you are in the world, but you are not of the world. To be mindful of your awareness, to be aware that you are aware, that you are the spark, the sparkle, the light of the divine, living in this form, but not of it. In that awareness of what you are, the transformation of all is inevitable. Seek ye first the light, and all else shall be added onto you. Yes. It's cool. Thank you. Is Jesus or any other beings with me when I meditate? They are. Your ability to, they're saying your ability to perceive us, can only be enhanced by your recognition of what you are. For you will see and know us as you are, as we are. It is in the awareness of what you are that you can be in awareness of what we are with you. The change in your perceptual apparatus will be marked by a sense of expansion and a feeling of well-being. That is the first signs that you will know that you are connecting vibrationally to the frequency on which we exist always. Although we do change as you do, for as we experience our experience, as we liberate ourselves to greater awareness, we move out of different frequencies, and you may follow if you choose. Cool, I like that. Thank you, Sanaz. I appreciate that. Question from Sanaz: how can we integrate no judgment in the education of our children? How can we raise them without being judgmental? Wow, that's a great question. Master Jesus is saying, do you not know that if you are who you are, then what you shall say and what you shall do with these little ones will be unlike anything you have ever known, but everything that you know is true. To understand that in the process of their development in that condition of matter from the physical form as a child, that there is a process of learning. If you understand the process of learning, then you will understand that there is no error in learning. There is no error in learning. The idea that experience can be painful or not painful does not necessarily mean that one has to experience what they are as good or evil. For to see a child making an error, if you judge them as making an error, then you have given them the judgment. You now have taught them that this is how they should measure themselves by. The simple statement, oh, you are simply learning a new skill. You are simply understanding something new. You're learning to feel different emotions. It's okay to be feeling anger. It's okay to be feeling sadness. That's not who you are, but these are energies that you are learning to manage. But they do not define who you are. You are not the anger. You are not the fear. You are not the form. You are merely experiencing them. And your creative process will be defined by who you are. The challenges that many of you feel is that of what you have in your own mind as parents, your own judgment, for this gets passed on to them. Your definitions of what is good, what is evil, what is right, what is wrong, these get handed down to your children. But once you have understood the process of non-judgment from within yourself as what you are, you will know how to be with these little ones. It will not be a question of having to learn, for you will know how to be. For what you are knows what you are, but what you have been taught to think and feel and believe is not normally in alignment with what you are. But when you are, what you will say and what you will do and how you will be substantially different than what you know it to be now. For how you will speak with your children from a perspective of non-judgment can only be experienced from a perspective of non-judgment. But in today's process, you will experience this for yourself. You'll experience the transformation of your own internal judgment, your liberation from it. And when you experience that and relinquish yourself from that, you will liberate others as well. For there's this other side. When you are healed within, you heal without. For what you are within yourself, you are with the world around you. Thank you for that question, Sanaz. Great question. We'll take 2 more questions, then we're going to do the meditation. What can I do to more clearly perceive my guidance? Love from Kirsten. Thank you, Kirsten. I appreciate that. Again, it's available to everyone. The guidance from these multidimensional beings, the guidance from the divine creator, the infinite intelligence, it's available to every single living soul that's conscious and aware of itself. The guidance and wisdom, only humans are, it's easier for humans to ask for it. Animals receive it by grace. Animals just receive it by grace. They don't know that they're receiving, they just experience their being as being. But we can consciously know when we're experiencing a higher vibrational frequency. When you, if you take a slow deep breath right now, Kirsten, and you let your body relax, and you take a slow deep breath and you let your body relax a little bit more, and you take a slow deep breath and you let your body relax a little bit more. As you do that, you liberate your awareness from it. So now the body becomes liberated, and you become liberated from it. Then the same thing for your mind. We're going to go through that process. As you start to get liberated from your mind and your body, then you start to open up to other energies that are above the mind in frequency. Once you start releasing yourself from your suffering and your pain and your anger, your guilt and your shame, in that process of liberation, you start to open up your internal senses, clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, claircognizance. You begin to open up these non-physical senses to perceiving higher vibrational information, knowledge, wisdom, inspiration, guidance, imagination from any being that you can call upon. It's available to all of us at all times. It's just that most people aren't in the right vibrational energy to receive it. It's like with my cell phone. If I tried to call somebody and I dialed a different number than they have, I'm not going to get through to them because the frequency is not matching up. The same thing is true for yourself. If the frequency of your energy is a vibration of love, then you can receive guidance and information on that frequency. If you're in a vibration of fear or anger, then it's going to be more difficult to receive vibrations of love at that level, although you can still call for it. And if you're open to receiving it, you can receive it. But then you've got to still learn to become that yourself, become what you are. Well, you don't have to become what you already are. You just have to remember that. One more question, then we're going to do the meditation. Wonderful, thank you. Question from JC. We're going to, I love it. JC, I have realized movement forward in my awareness and understanding the past couple of weeks. Is there any message regarding this? Many thanks. Your answer will come in the process of the meditation that we are going to learn today. This is about greater simplicity for a more broadened expansion of self. It's about simplicity, greater simplicity, less complexity. People are getting too complicated about the process. Yes. The words we use are simply to vibrationally instill a certain understanding in your awareness. In the process of the meditative mechanism, you will experience the vibration of the words so that you will understand the experience rather than trying to interpret the meaning or understanding from the language that we use. You'll understand it specifically from your own experience. Thank you. So true, eh? Wow. Great question, Christine. And we'll take a few more questions after the meditation. But again, what is really important is getting to the awareness of your awareness, that you are awareness, that what you are is love. The direction you need to go in, the life you want to live, exists already. But you have to get disentangled. And Master Jesus said he had to do this. He had to literally give up the world. He had to give up the world. And literally, he had to give up the world. And by that, he means he gave up his attachment to the mind, the body, to his history, his personal identity, as being who he was. He remembered that I am that I am. I and the Father are one. He suddenly came to the understanding in giving up his attachment to fear, to guilt, to shame, to anger, to judgment, to trying to have everything. Once he came to the awareness that that wasn't how he was going to find himself, he realized he could let that go. And when the minute he let go of his attachment to those things as being what defined him, to what he thought, to what he felt, to what he remembered, to what he thought might be in the future, and he literally became present in the eternal present. And from there, he literally surrendered the world. And the process he went through took him 40 days of literally repeatedly surrendering his fear, surrendering his anger, surrendering guilt, surrendering that who he thinks he's supposed to be, what he's supposed to say, what he's supposed to, and more as he went through that process of surrendering, he got to the awareness of knowing what to do, what to say, and what to be, because he became what he was. And once you know who you are, you know what to think, you know what to say, you know what to do. Most people are trying to figure out what to think, what to say, what to do with their lives, because they're so attached to a limited model of themselves. Most of us are stuck in a limited model of ourselves. And yet you are this limitless potential of awareness. And again, we're going to do the meditation now. It's going to take 10 to 12 minutes. And for those of you that are new here today, what we're basically going to do, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we do a meditation. We do a program called Shortcuts for Your Soul, where we bring divine information and beings through to answer your questions, to bring a theme through, a particular quality of energy that we want to anchor into this divine matrix that we're living in, into this material where we want to bring energies down to transform matter, time, and space into a higher expression of itself than it can be under our existing way of doing it, which is trying to control and manipulate matter, time, and space from matter, time, and space. It won't work. So we do, and then for those Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10 a.m. to 11, we do that. And then on Saturday, today, we do a little preamble, which we've just completed, a little bit of question and answer, and then we do a meditation that lasts for 10 to 12 minutes to give you direct experience with what the theme is, what the energy is that we're trying to guide you to experiencing that you are love. When you get to the awareness of what you are, then you will have no more animosity or fear about your pain, your guilt, your shame. You won't have any desire to attack it, to try and get rid of it. You'll just be what you are, and what you are will transform it. So the instructions for the meditation today will be simple. We're going to take a few slow, deep breaths. We're going to get you to deliberately release. On each breath, you're going to deliberately release from your body as much physical tension as you can. Because remember, your body is your servant, not your master. You're going to release attention from the body with 3 deep, powerful breaths. We're going to breathe in, release tension from the body. Then we're going to have you move your awareness into your mind, and we're going to have you take a few more breaths and release all of your thoughts and memories from your mind. Just let all what you remember, what you think is going to happen, leave everything, let everything go, and come into the present moment. And as we said earlier in this discussion today, choose one emotion, whether it's frustration, anger, guilt, shame, fear, terror, anxiety, whatever, depression, rage, whatever emotion you want to transcend, whatever emotion you want to transform, so you're no longer bound by it, you're no longer being governed by it the same way. Just choose one for now. You can do others after you've done the process, because once you've done the process, you'll know how to go through it. Then it's just learning to remain in a place of non-judgment, because the goal today is simply to become awareness of that emotion, to just be aware of it. No matter how strong, intense it might appear to be to you, what's really important is that you just allow yourself to be aware of that energy. That's all. Just be aware of it. And even if it makes your body, if your body feels like it wants to run or whatever, just allow yourself to be aware of that, and then continually relax the body. If the body tries to get engaged, breathe, relax the body. Remember, the goal here is to just simply allow yourself to be aware of these emotional energies without any judgment. That's it. That's as simple as it can possibly be. And then you can carry that into the world. When you're walking down the street and you're seeing how people are feeling, or you're recognizing and you just be observant of it without judgment. Just be aware of it. and you're going to find you're going to start change. Things are going to start to rapidly change inside your body. If you got, and also they said if you got physical pain, if there's physical pain in your body, they want you to become very aware of it. Don't judge it. They've had me doing yoga postures that I would not normally do that have made me very mindful of physical discomfort in places in my body that I wasn't even aware it was there. And as I become aware of that, they've told me to become aware of it and to stay present with it without saying, oh, that hurts, or I want to get rid of that. I want you just to be present with it without judging it. And you'd be amazed at how much your body changes when you liberate the judgment from your consciousness. So again, we're gonna go through this very slow, very gently now. So that's the instructions, and we're gonna begin in just a moment. I just want to take a drink of water. If you have water with you, please drink some water before we start right now. And then when we finish the meditation, please drink some water again at the end of the meditation. Again, it's only going to be 10 to 12 minutes. And drink water immediately after. The reason we have you do that is water is a good conductor of electrical energy, and you're going to be changing your energy. You're going to be changing and altering your energy through the breathing, and therefore the body's going to need more conductivity. So water before, water after. Hi, you, buddy. What's going on? Hang on. I have a little person here. We have a little person that we call our little puppy Tika. Come here, sweetheart. I'll take you here. And she needs some attention right now. So I'm just going to give her a moment of love. And then I'm going to take her into where she can sit with her mama. And we will see you in just 1 second. So just take a few slow, deep breaths and let your body relax. And I'll be right with you. Thank you so much for your patience. You know, when you move into this place of non-judgment, it's free. Anything can happen around you, and it's not going to happen to you. It all becomes a part of your process. So take another slow, deep breath now, and just as you exhale, deliberately and intentionally release all of the tension that you can from your body on this breath. Okay, so take a slow, deep breath. Hold the breath. And as you exhale, let the body relax completely. Feel it let go, feel it relax, and then take another slow, deep breath. And again, as you exhale, release more tension from the body. Release it from your arms and your legs and your chest and your back. Breathe deeply again. Hold the breath. And as you exhale, release the tension from your pelvis, your legs, your feet, your face. Give every part of your body permission to let go and relax. Now move your awareness into the space in the middle of your head. And take a slow, deep breath into the space in the middle of your head. And as you exhale, exhale all thought out of your head. Let your mind relax like your body. Let it go. And again, breathe deeply.